Fight!
There's a lot of fatalities, chat, especially in this movie. It might be for Birds of Prey. Oh, here we go, chat. Stay with me now. Arigato! It's not over yet. Hold on, let me go. There it is. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the stream. Hope everyone's having a very nice Monday evening. At the top of today's stream, guys, I'm going to be doing a spoiler-heavy review. You are forewarned. I'm forewarning you, a spoiler-heavy review, a scene-by-scene breakdown of Birds of Prey and the fantabulous emancipation. Take it easy! The fantabulous emancipation of one Harley Quinn. My computer's doing. What do you want? All right, guys. So before I get into the gameplay, before I get into the erotic Sonic fan fiction, we're just going to go ahead and jump into Harley Quinn, the new name of Birds of Prey, chat, that was just changed today. It's a hot button news item. Harley Quinn, Birds of Prey. I should be Harley Quinn, the Birds of Prey, but whatever. I'll let them name it, whatever they want to at this point. Doesn't matter. Sadly, I don't think the movie's going to do particularly well from now on. It might make a bit of a profit, but I don't know. I just don't know. But yeah, this film is very interesting, guys, because I was not, even on Wikipedia, it's been updated to all these different fucking names. This is the title. It's just, it has 3 different titles that it's known by. Then we'll get into the goddamn review. The first title, Birds of Prey, and then and the fantabulous emancipation of one Harley Quinn. But it's also known as Birds of Prey, and then later it's been changed to, due to the marketing issues, just Harley Quinn, the Birds of Prey. We're on the 3rd goddamn title at this point, chat. The movie's been out for less than a week. This is not good. But I'll give you a little history about how my initial reactions to the trailers and marketing. As you guys know, I was not the biggest fan of the trailers for this movie. I had my concerns. It just seemed to be, for the most part, just focusing on Harley Quinn, not so much the Birds of Prey, despite being named Birds of Prey. And I felt like it had just a lot of visual stylings the same that Suicide Squad did. I was skeptical, apparently, just like a lot of other audiences were. And I think that's what inevitably hurt the film. But still, I was like, okay, well, look, the movie's coming out. I'm going to give it a chance. I'm going to be fair, despite my reservations. And I walked in, guys, and as I said on 8-Bit Crumbs, I came out really enjoying this movie. I felt that, unlike Batman v Superman, Man of Steel, Justice League, and the Suicide Squad, this movie embraced, much in the same way that Shazam did, Chad. And I'm a big fan of Shazam. Matter of fact, I have that goddamn Blu-ray. I own that movie because how much I enjoyed that film. The reason why I think this movie is so good, in the same way that Shazam is because it fully embraces who the character is, of Harley Quinn herself. And that comes to how she acts throughout the film, the comedy, the way the action is filmed, it matches the comic book. Like, they clearly did their research, they applied it on screen, and I think it worked very well for the most part. Now, I have some reservations about the film overall, to be more positive. I love Ewan McGregor's Black Mask. He did a fantastic job. Even though he's definitely not the Black Mask from the comics, I still loved his take. He was probably, he's probably my favorite actor in the entire piece, along with, Chris Mancini, who did Victor Zsasz, and then along, of course, with Margot Robbie as Harley Quinn, Mary Elizabeth Winstead as Huntress. She did a great job. She's not in the movie enough, chat. That's one of my big complaints. She's so good in this movie. I wish she was in it more. And I also really enjoyed, I always forget her name, but Smollett, Journey Smollett. Journey Smollett did a great job, I thought, as Dina Lance, as Black Canary, just Canary in the movie, as they call her. Didn't particularly care for, I always forget the actress's name. We played Rosie Perez as Renee Montoya. Not bad, I just thought she had one shtick, and I got kind of tired of it. And, I'm gonna talk a lot of shit, guys, but I was not a fan of the person who played Cassandra Cain. I did not like this take on the character. Matter of fact, they probably shouldn't even been that same character. What was her name again? They don't even have it. Ella J. Bosco. Yeah, I just didn't care for that at all. Danger Monk, welcome to stream. Jam was funny. I thought Shazam was great because it embraced who the character was. Corbin, I hope James Gunn can bring some great flair to the Suicide Squad movie. No, me too. I'm sure it's gonna be infinitely better than the original film. I mean, I don't think it's that difficult to be better than shit. In all honesty. But no. Other than for a few gripes in the film, specifically with some of the actors, just what they were given to do, or just a lack of what they were given to do. I really enjoyed this film. I thought it's a great course correct. For the universe, specifically coming after Suicide Squad. But yeah, I'm just disappointed that the movie's just not performing that well. But I digress. Let's get into the spoilers, chat. As I said, have the spoiler review right now. Here we go. So the movie opens up very similar to something like Deadpool, which is heavily influenced by. That's why I wore my Deadpool shirt today, chat. I did not have a Harley Quinn shirt, but I thought Deadpool would suffice, since so much of this movie has Deadpool. Deadpool's DNA is a part of this film. And it works for it. Hey, it's not even a criticism. Steal what you want. Steal what you want and make it work for you. I have no issue with that. I don't hold that against you. I think that's fine. Just embrace it. And I like how the movie just opens up. It's like, hey, Harley Quinn, she's broken up with the Joker. You go through these, wonderful animated bit, this whole kind of flash sequence where it's like, she's trying to pick her life up and everything, going Gotham City. My one big issue, though, I think, a big issue, it's a nitpick. I talked about this in the stream. I wish that we'd actually got the inciting incident between Harley Quinn and Joker, that argument that fucking just let Joker just kick her out of his house, which apparently the Joker lives in suburbia, because she's just like in a regular house somewhere down the street, and they just throw her out of there like this big, tough, muscular guy just throws her out, and she's crying in the middle of the street. But it's like, okay, well, does Batman not know the Joker's here? It's just a little weird. You would think it'd be maybe in like a secret area in Gotham or something near the docks, like you think in the comics or something, like Amusement Mile, which they do go to in this film. But it's not, he's just living in the suburbs and he just kicked her out of his house. It's like, okay. And so we get all this, kind of fun, clever editing, various colors and things. How Harley Quinn is trying to pick up her life while being on her own. And she's, it's funny because her dialogue is so structured, like, I'm doing so well, but she's just not, chat. She's just a wreck. She's indulging in various vices, drugs, alcohol, junk food. Like, it's not good for her. And I was like, okay, as soon as this was happening, like, just this montage of depravity, of vice, chat. I was like, okay, it already got me off on a good start, I think. I was like, okay, you're already embracing who this character is and her sensibilities in here. And I think the narration actually helped, much in the same way that it helped Deadpool in Deadpool. So I thought that was great. So yeah, basically she's picking up her life. After the Joker threw her out, she meets a very kind Korean man. I think it's a Korean man. No, Chinese restaurant. That's who it is. Sorry, I have parasite in the brain, chat. I can help myself. But she meets a very elderly Chinese man who apparently knows the entire criminal organizations within Gotham City, chat. They go to this guy, Doc. He knows everybody. But she goes to him, because of course she would know him, because everyone knows who fuck Doc is. And she now lives above his Chinese restaurant, which apparently is shit. You don't want to eat his food, chat. You get the bubbly guts. But that's where he's living for right now. She eventually buys a hyena. She's meeting all these people, chat, and she's not being very mature about it. A lot of her interactions. She still thinks that, look, I'm basically, the arm candy of the biggest criminal in Gotham City. I can do whatever the fuck I want. Yes, I'll get that hyena and then let that hyena eat that man. Although he was doing some creepy stuff, Chad. He was pulling a Harvey Weinstein on Harley Quinn. You can't do that. And so the hyena started eating him, disemboweled, and took a leg home. I was like, okay, that's really graphic. I like it. Funny. She's now on a roller derby team, Chad. She's breaking fucking limbs and people's, faces and things. Again, very rough. get a few cameos of some of the characters in the background. You see Cassandra Cain there, loving just the gore that, Harley Quinn's putting on display. You see Canary, Jazz singing and all that. It's like a rough version of like what's happening within the city itself. And, then we find Harley Quinn in the swanky, I would say ostentatious, I would say fucking gaudy, chat, a nightclub of one Black Mass, also known as Roman Sionis, played by Ewan McGregor. And as I told you guys, Ewan McGregor, he is fantastic in this film. He's not Black Mass in the comics, but he was fully committed to his version of Black Mass, which is an incredibly flamboyant gay man who is extremely narcissistic and psychotic. And it works in the movie. He's so incredibly goddamn entertaining. You see Victor Zsasz, and this is, it's fairly accurate Victor Zsasz for the most part. He's not too crazy. He's crazy. He's still nicking himself for every victim he takes. But he's also, very flamboyantly gay. Much like Black Mask is. Probably not a little more in control of himself, which is saying something. But he's crazy also. And so we see Harley, again, just not giving a shit, basically stealing people's drinks within Black Mass's nightclub, just talking shit to people. She talks shit to this one guy who was talking shit to her, who sadly happens to be Black Mass's, I can't even tell you his name. God, Ewan McGregor. I was going to call him Roman. We're going to call him Roman. Roman's driver. He says, I think he calls her like a slut or something. Harley doesn't like that, chat. This is what he says. He's like, why don't you hey, stop being a slut. Why don't you sit down? She's like, okay, I'll sit down. And just fucking breaks both of his legs, chat, which you all saw in the trailer. Breaks both of his legs. Can't drive anymore. Fucking Sionis comes over. He's like, what'd you do? He's clearly pissed off, but he sees that it's Harley. He's like, oh, I can't do anything because you're the girlfriend of the Joker. And if I go after you, he assumes, chat, the Joker will come after him and kill him. So he's like, all right, Harley, I love you. Again, very ostentatious, very gay. And he's like, oh, why don't you get another drink? And Harley's like, that sounds good. And so she's all about it, chat. She's, mixing company with all the various people there, vomiting everywhere, dancing, doing all sorts of narcotics just the entire time. It's crazy. But she does come upon another person who happens to work in the bar, played by, what's it? I always forget her name. Smollett. This is Canary, chat. This is Black Mask's favorite club singer. And she's basically telling Harley, like, you better calm down. And Harley, the fact that she's gone through such a traumatic experience recently, she opens up to Canary. And then she eventually reveals that she just broke up with the Joker. And, she doesn't really know what to do with herself. She knows she's a bad person, and fucking Canary says, yeah, you're an asshole. You suck. And then they part ways, and Harley Quinn's is feeling all sorry for herself. Eventually, Harley Quinn meets a really sleazy guy who wants to buy her a drink. Harley, at this point, she's fucking long gone, chat. It might as well be 6 in the morning. She's been there for at least 24 hours. And she's like, all right, get me another drink. Eventually, cut to Dinah Land. She's outside, walking home after doing a number for Black Mass. He's all, woo, baby, I love it. She's, walking out. And she sees that this guy, this scumbag, he's rubbing up against Harley Quinn, chat. It's like, oh, something bad's not going to happen. Harley Quinn is not giving her consent to the scumbag guy to be rubbing up on her. She's like, not my business. Let's just fucking go. Let's just fucking leave. And so she gets into her car, and she's going to be taken off. But then she sees from behind her in the mirror, chat. This van fucking pulls up. This other guy comes out. They're trying to carry Harley Quinn in the car. She's like, God damn it. All right. She gets out of the car, chat. And he's like, all right, boys. No. She didn't say yes. And then she starts beating the shit out of him. And this is some of the fight choreography in the movie I really like. A lot of brawling. And kung fu-esque type stuff. This is pretty cool. Each character has their kind of own fighting style. Harley Quinn and kind of Dinah Lance, they're both pretty much brawlers. A little bit of kung fu in there. Even Harley Quinn does like a lot of gymnastic stuff. So I think, and it works really well. I think it's filmed and shot in a really cool way. Then you have some of the other characters later in the movie, where even Renee Montoya, she's very much a brawler. Huntress is just a psychopath. It's fun stuff. So she beats the shit out of these two guys. She gets Harley Quinn out of there. She puts in the back of the truck and her car, and she goes ahead and takes her home or drops her off in some street near her house. Meanwhile, fucking Black Mask and Victor Zsasz, they're looking at all this shit from their little swanky apartment above their nightclub, and they're like, well, that was something, wasn't it? And clearly, Black Mask is now interested in Dinah Lance, not just for her singing, chat, but for her fighting capabilities. And so he's like, well, clearly Black Mask would just hire her on as his, his next assassin, his next hitman. But no, Che just wants a new driver because Harley Quinn just fucking busted the legs of the last guy. He's like, well, I need someone to drive me around. And we see various scenes of, Dinah Lance taking Black Mask to certain places. One place in particular they go to is where they really show off just how fucking crazy Black Mask is. Again, the end of this movie is kind of sporadic, chat, because it cuts back and forth to the past. Harley Quinn says, like, oh, she, like, backs up. And it's like, oh, wait, I forgot to tell you about this part. And the movie cuts for, like, 20 minutes in the past or something to one particular scene. Then we fast forward another 20 minutes later. So it's a little sporadic. So I'm trying to have a sense of a chronology to this. So if some scenes seem out of order, because I'm confused where these certain things are supposed to go. But, he brings Dinah Lance in. He's like, I just, don't want you just to be my driver. I need a friend. So he has Victor Zsasz bring her in. And this shows off how narcissistic and psychotic Black Mask is throughout the entire movie. Because that's his whole thing. It's like, yeah, he wants a driver, and yeah, he wants a hitman or two, but he's just so incredibly lonely. Because, the fact that his family, who are incredibly wealthy in Gotham City, they cut him off. Like, he's just a little spoiled brat. And so he decided, instead of to better himself, he decided to just become a criminal in Gotham City, just murdering people. And he's just so obsessed with just finding someone who, in his own mind, won't betray him. And, someone betrays him over, like, a little thing, or he perceives as someone who's betraying him, they'll just flip the fuck out. And it's great. Like, all the scenes when he's doing that is really, really funny. But he fucking brings Canary in. And, giving her a tour of the apartment and everything, showing off his little knicknacks and things. Like, one of my favorite scenes, like, oh, I found this rare mask in Africa, in the Congo. And fucking Dinah Lance is going, oh, that must have been quite a wonderful place to go to. He's like, oh, no, it's so dirty. It's like all of that. Again, this performance should not work, chat, but it's so goddamn funny. But clearly, chat, Victor Zsasz, he's not having it. Because Black Mask is his, and he's not going to let some honey come here, some hussy, take him away from him. And so he's trying to distract Black Mask about what's actually happening here. And he actually finds out that Harley Quinn is no longer the girlfriend of the Joker. And Black Mask goes, well, holy shit! That changes everything. Fucking bearing the lead, buddy. Let's go get that bitch and let's kill her. Because he was been very upset that Harley Quinn's been taking advantage of his hospitality in his nightclub. He doesn't like that at all. Meanwhile, chat, we cut to a murder scene being investigated by Renee Montoya. Now, this is what? Rosie Perez. Now, this is a very different take on Renee Montoya, a little older than we typically see her in the comics. She's with a partner who's a fucking dumbass, doesn't know what the hell's going on, and she, of course, was passed up by promotion by her ex-partner, who took all the fucking credit on other various cases that Renee Montoya worked on back in the day. But she's investigating this specific crime scene, and all the guys have been murdered in a very specific way. Fucking crossbow bolts to the neck, chat. She's like, all right, clearly the killer is pretty fucked up and psychotic, and they wanted these guys to die slow. And I think at this point, do we know? Again, it's so weird, like how... wait, where are we now? How does the diamond get in here, chat? See, I'm fucking confused. Somehow we get into a diamond. Oh, yeah, I think it's mentioned. Was it here that's mentioned that the diamond comes in? Necklace scene, dance, chemical explosion. Oh, now I know what happened. I missed the scene. So when fucking Dinah Lance drops Harley Quinn off, she's wandering around the city drunk. She decides to, like, yo, fuck it. And she sees the Ace Chemical complex that, was part of her origin story and the Joker's origin story. She just decides to destroy it. She grabs a truck. She, fucking floors it right into the goddamn thing, jumps out, explodes the Ace Chemicals factory. That's where this scene happens, Jack. Because at the same time, Renee Montoya is investigating the murder scene of the crossbow killer, the crossbow guy. And then we see the moment where they all run out. It's like, oh, this is a sign. This means that fucking Harley Quinn broke up with the Joker. Why they would just assume that? I don't know. But that's what happened, chat. So then it's revealed. All the people across the city now know that Harley Quinn is no longer with the Joker. That's how Victor Zsasz finds out. That's when he tells Black Mask about this whole situation. When Black Mask is taking Canary around his apartment for a tour. Well, his various little knickknacks, being just a fucking narcissistic asshole. That's where this happens, chat. Now, okay, this is what it is. So during the whole meeting with Victor Zsasz, Black Mask, and Canary, they all talk about that Black Mask wants to find this very specific diamond. Not only is this, a very rare diamond, but it contains the codes to the Baronelli, the Bippity Fortune, chat, the Bippity Fortune, and which is this mob family who was assassinated about, I don't know, 10, 15 years ago. The entire family was murdered, chat. No one survived. No, not a soul. The entire family is dead. Black Mask learns the location this time. You're going to go pick this up from my guy, and I'm going to unlock that fortune, and we're going to just rule Gotham fucking City. During this time, Black Canary also takes Black Mask and Victor Zsasz to fuck up some family who did not want to join Black Mask's organization. They're called the Golden Lions, I think. Like Black Mask's big kink here. He loves to say that 10 times fast, chat. Peel people's faces off. Peel people's faces off. There we go. I got it. First try. And he has everyone hanging upside down. He's like, oh, you should have listened to me. And he fucking cuts the father's face off, cuts the mother's face off, and the daughter's the last one. He's like, I think this sends enough of a message. That's what I believe. And she's like, oh, thank you. She's all blubber and chat and snot, and he sees like a snot bubble. He goes, is that a snot bubble? Ew, no, kill it. I don't give a cock. And he just leaves, and Victor's ass cuts her face off too. It's really fucked up, chat. The Joe Pesci fortune. Exactly. Did I say peel paper? People peel. I can't say it, chat. I can't say it. Peel people's faces. Peel people's faces. Nailed it. And so he fucking leaves and he goes with Dina. Again, establishing just how crazy Black Mask actually is. We also get a flashback to chat when he's initially having this conversation with the person he just killed, the leader of the Golden Lions. This is like one of the more fucked up moments of the film, where Dina's just observing this meeting going down. Black Mask, he's just so obsessed with the idea of family, but like his version of what a family should be. The fucking mob boss refuses to join him. He's pissed off about it, chat. And he's trying to control himself. But then all of a sudden, across the bar, he hears this woman just a little obnoxious laughter. That like that. It's like, okay, it's a little much, but it shouldn't send anyone off into a psychotic rage, right? Right? So fucking, and this is why this part of the movie I really like, because they create a very interesting dynamic between Victor Zsasz and Black Mask. Victor Zsasz, like, he's very protective of him, of Roman Sionis, but he also is very manipulative too. Because Black Mask is like, is she laughing at me? Is she laughing at what she just saw right over here? And he's like, yeah, oh yeah, she's laughing at you. And that just sets him the fuck off. And he walks over to that table, and he just starts talking. Hey, are you enjoying yourself? You having a good time? Hey, honey, why don't you get up on the table here? And then he just starts like laying into her, chat, like calling her just like a whore and a slut for the dress that she's wearing. Forces her up on the table, fucking throws the food off the cross. He's like, get the fuck up here. She gets up there. He's like, dance for me. And then he's like, here, take this fucking knife, cut her dress off, cut her. And he's just enjoying himself, chat. He's just fucking dancing. The whole time he's laughing, just being completely sadistic, terrifying. And like the guy that she's with, he's like, I don't want to do this, but he's just cutting the dress off the woman. Like it's not like physically violent. It's just emotional and psychological abuse that this guy's doing. Like even the face cutting off, the people peeling faces scene, chat. It's not as disturbing as this scene. When this guy cuts her dress off, she's half naked, and he's having a good time. And he's just acting erratic at this time. He fucking embraces, he starts dancing with Canary. He's like, you never betray me. You never betray me again. I just love this scene because it shows just how crazy Black Mask is. And it's a shame that this just wasn't showcased. I mean, not this particular scene, but just Ewan McGregor's character wasn't showcased more throughout the marketing. Because had they just shown off like what a nut job he is, may have had an impact. Maybe people were like, okay, what the hell is going on here? Never seen this kind of role of Ewan McGregor, at least in a long time. Maybe since Trainspotting. Peeper Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers and people's faces. Your Steam is an HD only IC. My Wi-Fi is too. Oh no, Dungeon Monk, I'm sorry. Menos Macabre, Daybot versus Nightbot. Let's get ready to rumble. Is Monica in the chat? Yeah, I can hear a lot of squirming in my theater. Yeah, it was a great scene, I thought. Now, after this scene, eventually, again, it's all the editing this movie. It's not bad editing, but it's supposed to match Harley Quinn's the way she thinks and how she's, interrupting herself and cutting back and fast forwarding, things like that. It doesn't really work that great for a review because the scenes are all out of order. But when you see it in the theater, it makes a lot more sense. So apologies, I'm kind of like all over the place with this one, chat. I'm just trying. That's why I'm using Wikipedia as a goddamn guide. But I think from this point on, I think I have it pretty well. So after this scene, we meet Harley Quinn, who after, all of her drunken shenanigans at Black Mass Club and, basically using a fucking truck to blow up Ace Chemicals, announcing to the world that her and the Joker broke up, the first thing the girl's gotta do, she just gotta get some breakfast. She's gotta get a sandwich. She's a little hungover, and she's gotta go to Papa Joe's egg sandwich shop, wherever the hell it's called, I don't know. And they do a good job, Chad, showing off. This is delicious. I was thinking about this today. So you know what? I would love a bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich right now. This thing looked great. Not a big fan of American cheese. I don't like that processed shit. But like a big hunk of like cheddar cheese, hunka. I would have been all about it. And they lovingly show off this thing, fucking buttered bread like on a goddamn stovetop, nice and crispy, showing off those, those eggs and the bacon and the eggs, like the yolk is, it's a little bit runny, not too runny, but like a little bit running. It's like it's starting to congeal, like nice, congealed mass right there, chat. And a fucking 2 disgusting looking pieces of American cheese. And even though I'm not a big fan of it, it still looked good in the sandwich. And Joe puts it all together. Harley Quinn's just, it's like, Jesus Christ, she's getting turned on by this thing. And I was like, I was too. So he puts this thing together, he gives it to Harley, and Harley Quinn's like, oh, thank you so much, Joe, I love you. He's like, I'm short 75 cents, but I'm good for it. Joe's like, I know you aren't, bitch, but you go ahead and take that sandwich, because I don't want to die here. That's one thing that's interesting, chat. And I forgave the movie for this to a certain extent. Like, Harley Quinn chooses not to kill certain people throughout this film. It's like, maybe because he's like, well, he won't make me sandwiches anymore, that's why I'm not going to kill him. That's why I can kind of rip him off and still be a bad guy. But, she's careful about who she chooses here. So, certain way, she's not as bad as the bad guys. So, I kind of forgave it. But, again, DC has kind of had, both ways of Harley Quinn for so long over the years. She's a fucking psychotic killer in the comics. She's killed a lot of people just like Joker has. But, the comics didn't earn her becoming a hero. But this movie, it's tiptoeing across. It's a goddamn tightrope, and for the most part, it works. But she has her bacon and egg cheese sandwich, and it looks fucking great. I'm not gonna lie. And she's going out there, but then all of a sudden, she comes under attack from various people. Fucking Renee Montoya's there, check, because she tracked her down. Because she's been looking for her since the attack at Ace Chemicals. She's like, fucking freeze, bitch. She's like, what? I just want to eat my sandwich here. And then all of a sudden, these other people come out of the fucking woodwork. We see the guy who has the linguini legs. He's bad, chat. He's in a wheelchair. He can't do much, but he's behind Renee Montoya. What's the connection there, chat? We'll fucking find out later. Maybe he informed on Harley. So he's there. We get some other people there, chat. The brother of the guy who owned the hyena, the fucking roller derby team. They want to fuck her up and everything. And Harley's like, fuck, I just want to enjoy my sandwich and I can't do that now. Let's fucking just take off. And she does. It's a fun sequence, chat. I like that this movie, much in the same way that Shazam did, it really shows off the city that the heroes and characters are in. One of my big issues with Man of Steel, especially Batman v Superman, Suicide Squad, is that because so much of the time they were on fucking sets, or just, CGI green screen backgrounds. You never got a sense of what these actual places were. And for the most part in this movie, they do a good job of showing off, really, Gotham City in the daylight. I really like that. Showing off all the different, restaurants and shops everywhere and, vendors. It's like, oh, this is really cool. Like, it makes the city feel lived in. Much in the same way that Philadelphia felt lived in Shazam. And it felt natural. It's like, oh, yeah, I recognize that. So that was really cool. And so we got this whole fun action sequence of her running away, fucking messing people up as she goes, murdering people, murdering some, but most of the people are trying to get after her, which is pretty cool. Ends up getting away from Renee Montoya. She throws fucking a trash can at her or something. But then, chat, oh! Thank you! Who is this? Who is this following me? Johnny! 1967, welcome to stream, my friend. You're my Huckleberry. Hope you're doing well. Arrow Senpai, welcome to stream. My GF dragged me to see Birds of Prey. Let's just say I'm single now. What? You didn't like it? Oh, Arrow Senpai, you're going to have to break up with me, man. I like this movie. I like the movie a lot. Chris Harris, There was a scene in BVS where I couldn't tell where we were in Gotham or Metropolis. Yeah, man, apparently fucking Gotham Metropolis just right across the river, man. Metropolis, this fucking beacon of hope, one of the best cities in the country, and just right across the waterway, chat, Gotham City. Crime-ridden. Record unemployment. Poverty line up to fucking here. It doesn't make any goddamn sense. Never made any sense. I hate it. I hate that. At least from what I always thought, guys, Metropolis was supposed to be kind of the New York City of the DC universe, and Gotham was always supposed to be Chicago. Now, I could be wrong, but that's how I always thought of it. Unless someone can correct me, let me know. Let me know. That's there's like some fucking distance separating those two cities. Cannon, how you doing today, man? Do you see Birds of Prey? I'm spoiling the fuck out of it right now. Johnny, thank you for the warm welcome, my friend. Of course! That's what we do here. We welcome new people. We say hello. How you doing? I hope you're enjoying yourself. You're a Huckleberry. You're part of the posse now. We're going to take down Michael Bean Powers booth. It's going to be great. We're going to have a lot of fun. Do you like Birds of Prey? I did. Barricane. Sorry, I'm late, Professor. What's up, everyone? Barricane, good to see you. I'm doing very well, man. Just talking Birds of Prey. Okay, we're back, chat. We're back. So fucking Harley Quinn, she throws trash can. And her main man term goes, she falls over, trash all over. It's not good. And she's stopped. Harley Quinn fucks up some more people. The fucking hyena guy, his brother, he's driving a truck, comes right at Harley, chat. I think someone shoots him. Oh, yeah, I think it's the guy in the wheelchair. He's aiming for Harley. Ends up shooting the guy in the truck. And she moves away. Fucking truck hits the wheelchair. He's fucking dead, too. His Linguini legs. He's got Linguini arms now, chat. He's not looking too good. Then after that, she finally does escape. But then she encounters another guy, chat. And this is a subtle critique, I bet, of Jared Leto's Joker, or just like the whole controversy surrounding the tattoos on Jared Leto's Joker's face, fucking damage and everything. She encounters this fucking behemoth of a man who has all of these tattoo marks across his face, like a clown, like a little crown on his head, and like a really shitty smile. And it's like, oh, I see what you're doing here. Is like, oh, you know who I am? Oh, and throughout the movie, chat, like every time she encounters a new person who she's aggrieved, like, it pops up who the person is and what the grievance is. And that was pretty fucking clever. And for some of them, she just doesn't fucking know. It's just question marks. In this case, I think there was, like, a question mark. He's like, I don't remember you very well. Who are you? And then it fucking cuts to a flashback. And this is the part, chat, we actually see, and people are saying, like, oh, Jared Leto's Joker's not in here. Okay. To be fair, Jared Leto's not in this movie, but his Joker is in this movie. This is a flashback where we actually see the back of him. It's clearly his hair, him in the specific clothes, but we don't see his face, but it's obviously that Joker. We see him just basically drawing or inking the tattoo in the guy's face. He's very upset. He's about to, him and Harley just about to throw down, and then all of a fucking sudden, a goddamn crossbow bolt hits this guy in the neck. He's, gag and choke on the blood, dying slow, chick. That's what crossbow, a guy wants. He drops there. Harley Quinn turns around. It's like, who the fuck are you? And then we see Mary Elizabeth Winstead. She's on a motorcycle. She's not saying shit. She's been pretty goddamn cool. We don't know who she is. She just fucking drives off. And Harley Quinn's like, that was fucking weird. I didn't like that. Well, I'm gonna go now. And then eventually, chat, she's interrupted. And she loses her sandwich, the egg and cheese and bacon sandwich. That's destroyed because Victor Zsasz is there. He's like, I'm gonna let all these fuckers, tire you out. And then I'm gonna capture her. And he does that. And he brings her back to Black Mask. And we got another cool scene of Black Mask, check. He's like, all right, so you ain't shit. Joker, he's, you're not his girlfriend anymore. So I'm going to get my people peeler, Mr. Zsasz here, to peel your face off. I'm just going to enjoy myself. And I'm going to eat popcorn very ostentatiously. Oh. And Harley Quinn's like, let's not do that, because you know what? Black Mask, I know how to get your diamond back, because before, Black Mask and Victor Zsasz walk in the room chat, they're talking about the diamond. Which I missed that. I completely skipped that scene. I skipped one scene, chat. Again, much like Harley Quinn's narration, we're going back in the past again. Before Harley Quinn's capture and everything, Victor Zsasz and Dinah Lance, Black Canary, they're going to go pick up the diamond from the guy with the bippity-boppy fortune. So they go and get it. Dinah Lance picks it up. Victor Zsasz is like, no, give me the diamond. I want that diamond. I'm going to give it to Black Mask. Fuck you. He's mine. He takes the diamond. He puts it in his pocket. And Dinah Lance is like, all right, fuck it. I'll just go get the car or whatever. And he gets the car. Meanwhile, chat, we're introduced, or maybe I think we're already introduced to Cassandra Cain at this point in the film. Again, she's a very forgettable character, so I forget. I think there's a scene later on. Oh, no, there is a scene later on where, yeah, after, before, see, it's all over the place, goddammit. The structure of this film. We are introduced to the Cassandra Cain at a police station, but then after that, we go back in the past, and we're introduced to Cassandra Cain, because she lives in the same apartment complex as Canary. Canary's like, oh, and she, fucking Cassandra Cain, her parents, her foster parents are arguing. They don't want her because, she's a shitty kid, Chad. She's a dirty, rotten thief. And she's out there stealing all the time, thieving. And Diane's like, oh, just ignore them, kid. Just do what you want to do. Here's $20 that I got. Here's some dirty money that you can spend on some food. And she runs off and steals some more shit. She goes to her apartment. Then she runs into Renee Montoya, says, hey, I know you don't know me, but I used to work with your predecessor, the driver, Chad, who Harley Quinn broke his legs, the Linguini Legs driver. He was feeding me information so I can then have a case against Black Mass, Roman Sionis and Victor Zsasz and the whole organization trying to bring him down. I need your help now. By the way, I also knew your mother, and I knew she had fucking screeching sonic powers. Do you have that? Do you have that? And she's like, I'm not going to reveal nothing. I'm not going to work for you. She's like, okay, well, do you want to take my number, though? And she's like, I'll take your number. And that's how that happens, Chad. Then we get the scene of Harley Quinn, I think. It's all messed up. But now we cut back to Roman Sionis, and he's about to peel Harley Quinn's face off. And Harley Quinn's like, no, wait. You know what? Here's the thing. How about I go get that diamond for you? And so you don't have to lift one of your fantabulous fingers. He's like, I like that. I like when people work for me. That sounds good. Just don't betray me. And so they let Harley Quinn go. But now about a little competition, guys. Because, Black Mask, he changes his mind very often. He's not very good at making a singular decision. He wafts back and forth. He's like, okay, send her off, but let's also put a bounty on the little pickpocket girl, because there was the girl. Cassandra Cain was the one who stole the diamond. And she was pickpocketing people, chat, and then she was arrested. Victor Zsasz saw it. Fucking Black Canary saw it, so she knows who the girl is. They're trying to go after her and everything. But it just doesn't work out, because she gets arrested, and she swallows the diamond, chat. She ingests it, and it's now in her tummy. It's like, oh, okay, well, there's two ways that fucking thing can come out. One is, well, both are actually equally nasty, so you don't really like that. So she's arrested. Harley Quinn's like, okay, I know where I can find this diamond. I can get in the Gotham PD, let me go. And Black Man's like, okay, go ahead and go. But then he also puts a bounty on Cassandra Cain for, I think it was like $1 million or $500,000, between $500,000 and $1 million, just a little extra competition for Harley. Because, I like to put on a goddamn fantabulous show. And so then we get the whole, big action sequence of Harley at the GCPD. She comes in there. What did you see in the trailer? It's like, I like to report a terrible crime and all that jazz. And it's a fun action sequence. Again, this is them showcasing Harley Quinn's skills. As a gymnast, as a goddamn, sharpshooter and all that. Like the fucking colored bean bags, and also just the confetti cannon. Like, it's a really fun sequence. I really dug it a lot. And, she's fighting everybody. She managed to get to Cassandra Cain. She gets another little bit of a brawl when all the sprinkler system is going down and everything. Reference to Suicide Squad. You see Boomerang in there. Very fun. At least like a wanted poster for him. She runs into Renee Montoya's like, you're not going anywhere. She still smells like garbage, chat. She got like a really funny shirt on. I forget. It's like, well, what's the shirt? What's the thing in the shirt says? And it's like, it's a sexual reference, chat. A little bit of an innuendo there. But she's wearing that goddamn shirt. And, fucking Harley Quinn just beats the shit out of Renee Montoya, like lays her out. Clearly, Renee Montoya should be in a hospital at this point. She's had a garbage can and garbage thrown at her. She stinks to high heaven, and she probably has 2 concussions at this point in the movie. But her and Harley escape. They got out there. They're in the big old, not Winnebago, but like in a fucking minivan with 2 shitty-looking mattresses on it. They stole from the GCPD lockup. And now Harley Quinn's still being attacked by hitman assassins. She throws a dynamite on some schmuck on Gotham Highway, which again, there's a little, I don't mind it. I get it that for these movies, you can't bring like every other superhero into here to say like, what the fuck are you doing? Because this is Gotham City, and I highly doubt that Batman wouldn't be involved in some capacity. I'm pretty sure he'd be like, no, you're not going to do that. You just fucking blow up half a highway, or at least several cars, in the middle of goddamn daylight. I'm going to come out there and stop you. But he doesn't. Batman's not seen, chat. I don't think there's a single reference to Batman. If there is, that's it. I shaved my balls for this. Thank you, ass mode. That's it. That was a good time. I like that. Good, funny reference. I knew it was something lewd. So, Harley Quinn and Cassandra Cain, they're bonding. she takes Cassandra Cain to the grocery store because she asks Cassandra Cain, okay, kid, give me the diamond. And she's like, I can't give it to you right now. She's like, why can't you give it to me? I swallowed it. And Harley Quinn's like, fuck. All right. So they go to the grocery store, buying all sorts of things that could just, make her shit that thing out. Buying prune juice, buying various laxative products, like gallons of laxative. This kid's gonna shit herself to death if Harley Quinn has her way. But she buys all that stuff, and they start the bonding thing. Harley learns a little bit more about Cassandra Cain. Cassandra Cain learns a little more about Harley. It's like, it's like a really fucked up older sister, little sister dynamic. And the thing is, chat, so much of this film is kind of focused on this relationship, and particularly Cassandra Cain. And I'm disappointed that I just didn't particularly like it all that much, because the actress who's playing Cassandra Cain, I just don't think she's very good. And it's not that what she was doing, she didn't have enough to do. Oh! Princess Oreos, welcome to stream and thank you for the host. How you doing today? Good to see you. No dark side, Midwest Macabre. No dark side in this. Hope you're doing well. I'm doing a spoiler-heavy review for Harley Quinn, Birds of Prey. That's the new title, put out today by Warner Brothers. Isn't Robin dead in this unit? Yeah, Harley Quinn killed Robin. Allegedly. Because in Suicide Squad, she has her whole, rap sheet come down and everything, the wonderful, colorful text. But, it goes by so goddamn fast, you can't even tell what she did. So, yeah, Robin's dead. Maybe she killed him. Maybe she helped Joker kill him. We don't know. But, the relationship between Cassandra Cain and Harley Quinn, I just don't buy it. Because it's not Margot Robbie's fault. She's doing the best that she can do. I just don't think this kid has it. I don't think that her delivery of the dialogue was that effective. And this is the part of the movie where it has a lot in common with Deadpool 2. One of my big issues with Deadpool 2, I like the film, not nearly as much as the first one, but I didn't like the Russell character that Deadpool was adamant about protecting and saving. I just thought he was a piece of shit. It's like, fuck that kid. I don't care about him at all. He's not nice to Deadpool. He talks shit to everybody else. He's selfish. He's narcissistic. Why should I care about this kid? And why does Deadpool care about himself? And I felt the same way about this person. It was that was the one part of the Deadpool DNA that did not need to bring into this movie. But that's a big part of the relationship. And then, they fucking get out of the grocery store. They steal all the food, chat. Perfect example Harley Quinn is setting for this little piece of shit. They go back to Harley's house. We're introduced to Doc. He's there. And you got a nice little dynamic between Doc and Harley Quinn. It's not much screen time. But it's like, this is some fun stuff. And that's when we find out that Doc knows every fucking criminal in Gotham City. I'm sure that's not going to come back in a negative way in the film. And so they go back up to Harley Quinn's apartment. And, again, more bonding chat. We were introduced to Bruce the Hyena that she named after the hunky Wayne guy. Again, that's the Batman reference, chat. I forgot. That, I guess, technically it's a Bruce Wayne reference and a Batman reference, but Bruce Wayne is fucking Batman. Batman is Bruce Wayne, so thus it was a Batman reference. Fair enough, movie. You got me. You got one on me. I'll give it to you. And so they start buying, they start eating a lot of sugar and cereal, chat, hoping this kid shits something out soon. They gotta just pour the laxative. That's what would have been funny, chat. Instead of the milk, she gives her the laxative to pour in the cereal. That would have been pretty good. But they're watching Warner Brothers cartoons, trademark. They're having a good time. Now, where are we in this film? Because after this, I get a little lost. Do need grenades, hardly intentionally, here it is. And so after this, we cut back down to the restaurant, chat, and we're introduced to the crossbow guy again. And because Doc's like, why are you here? And she's like, apparently you know every criminal in the city. And this is when we get the whole spiel. He's like, well, who the hell are you? And she goes, my name is. And then we get a funny bit. One of the recurring jokes throughout this film, it's actually great, is they keep referring to the crossbow killer as the crossbow guy and not the name that Huntress, Mary Elizabeth Winstead's character, says is who she actually is. And we find out, chat, that Huntress is the last surviving member of the Boppity Boopy family who was killed earlier on in the film. They were all murdered except for her. She was saved by one very actually supportive and kind mafioso who's like, all right, so your family's dead, but I'm going to take care of you and get you back to Sicily with my family, and we're going to raise you to be a psychotic assassin. And it works out, chat. So for 10 and or 15 years, I guess it's 10 years. I don't really recall. I think we're going to say, let's just say, make it even 10 years. They take her to Sicily. She trains in martial arts and kung fu and brawling and all that shit. Also crossbows, because she loves crossbows a lot. But she's very upset that no one remembers her name. But no, even though, but it's kind of her fault because every time she says her name, it's when she's just about to kill somebody. So how would we be able to spread who her name is? They just know her as the crossbow killer or the crossbow guy, and so she's very upset by that. But it's a really humorous interaction, I think. And she's basically asking about what is it like? Who is it Cassandra Cain at this point? Oh no, this is the location of a couple more criminals. Then after this, Harley Quinn's apartment is bombed by various other criminals that have been after the Harley. We get some more grievances, unknown names. She's like, she doesn't know who the fuck these people are. Harley and Cassandra, they get the fuck out of there. Bruce, he's missing, Shaq, because their apartment's just burning down at this point. Fucking Doc's restaurant's burning down. She escapes with Cassandra Cain, and then they see Doc on the side of the street, chat. At first, I'm like, oh my god, they killed Doc. This is like the one person in her life who would never betray Harley. But lo and behold, chap, he betrayed her. Because he got all that money, he got that finder's fee. He's packing up like, I got all this money just for selling you out, so I'm going to go, and he even says, I'm going to go build another restaurant. It's going to be even better than this fucking piece of dump shit. So, sorry, Harley, it's this business. At this point, chat, I would have been okay if she killed him, but she lets him go. And Doc, he just sails out to the goddamn sunset just being a betrayer, a traitor to Harley Quinn. I would have been fine had he just killed her. Can we all agree about that? Hey, Nate, welcome to the stream. Babbity Boop. That's what it's there. It's the Babbity Boopy family. Yeah. Asmo, when Harley Quinn was explaining her backstory to the kid, she mentioned she was arrested by the Batman. Which one? I don't remember which kid. Cassandra Cain? Yeah. So I think Doc should have died here. I'm gonna be honest. I think this, like, you know what? Kill him. Oh, the thief kid. Oh, wait. Oh, really? Oh, that's interesting. Huh. I must have missed that in the movie. Oh, maybe I didn't. No, you're right. The Batman was mentioned, but I didn't understand under what context it was. Also, apparently Cassandra Cain has never heard the Joker. Because Cassandra Cain and Harley Quinn went up in their apartment. They also talk about Mr. J, because she's the fucking, what is it? The darts. The dartboard and everything. She's just fucking throwing knives and hatchets into the wall. It's actually kind of cool. Again, no fucking tattoos on his face though, chat. No damage. Just the typical, prototypical Joker that you often see. White face, big smile, green hair, all that jazz. And Kendrick goes, I don't know who that guy. I've been living in Gotham City my entire life. I have no idea who the Joker is, which is fucking bullshit. All right? I don't believe you, kid. If you live in Gotham City your whole life, which I'm guessing, what, she's 15, 16 maybe 14 the youngest, you would know who the Joker is, unless he's just so unpopular. This incarnation of the Joker just sucks. So like, Gotham's like, we don't even want to know that. We don't want to associate with that guy. No, thank you. She doesn't know who he is. But then, fucking Harley's betrayed by Doc, and I felt like she should have just killed that old man. Fuck, just blown him up, chat. He deserved to die. I would have been fine with it. That's the one case of elderly abuse I would approve of, chat. I would get Chris's stamp of approval. Harley Quinn's like, all right, listen, I have a very short rope at this point. I'm gonna turn the kid. I'm just gonna go ahead and call Black Mask and Victor Zsasz and tell him I got her. And she goes to a payphone. She says, yeah, come to this location, amusement mile. You can go ahead and pick her up there. We have the diamond. That'll be that. And she's like, I got my freedom. They're like, oh yeah, you'll get your freedom. You'll be fine. He's like, oh, okay, perfect. And so then, Harley and Cassandra, they have that talk and they go off the amusement mile. Now, this is the point that we meet the other characters. No, okay, we got there. Okay. No, this is the kind of where the climactic battle is, chat. Because now we got some of the birds of prey themselves. They're also going to be joining the fray. So Dina Canary, she's informs Renee Montoya, who has now been fired from her job or suspended. Chat. She's been suspended for negligence and using police resources in the wrong way or whatever. She's trying to get the goddamn job done, Chad. And we know at this point in the movie, when they fucking suspend you, that's when you're just off the rails and you can finally solve the case. Can't have the restrictions of the law, binding you. And so Canary, she contacts Renee Montoya, lets her know that come this location because she was told by Victor Zsasz, Black Mask, go here, get the diamond, we're going to pick up the kid too. Canary, she wants to pick up the kid as well because she cares about it because she met her for 5 minutes earlier in the film. It's like, okay, sure. And so they're going there. Renee Montoya's heading there. Canary's with Victor Zsasz. And Victor Zsasz, he's just being a prick, but he notices her phone going off, and he sees the text message, and it says, "I'll see you there." So he knows something's fucking up. He knows someone is gonna betray that fucking canary's betraying him, and most importantly, his hubba, Black Mask. He says, "Pull the fucking car over." They pull. She does what she says. She pulls the car over. He goes to a payphone. Maybe he's just using a cell phone. He says he gotta take a leak, chap. We know what he's doing. Fucking calls Black Mask. Sounds like, "Sorry, boss. Sorry." Canary's betraying you. And I love, again, McGregor's so fucking fun in this. He's like, "What? No! Fuck you, no!" He's just screaming. He's losing his goddamn mind. But again, he's just so fucking nuts and crazy because, he's very ostentatious, very flamboyant, but he just wants a friend. Like, that's his whole thing. He's psychotic and he's a narcissist, but he wants his idea of a friend. And he thought he found that in Canary, but he didn't, chat. And then he brings out the Black Mask. Now he means fucking busy. He's like, "All right, I hate what she did. I'm going to come down here, and we're going to kill her." And he brings his Black Mask, and he gets his goddamn army of goons ready, chat. They're going to be a big old brawl. Meanwhile, we cut back to Amusement Mile. Harley Quinn has duct-taped Cassandra Cain to a toilet, chat. Because this girl's already been filled with a lot of laxative, a lot of prune juice, so if she's going to be in one place, duct tape to the toilet is probably best, because she's going to start shitting everywhere. That's going to be a lot of mess. What happens here? Harley Quinn, she's doing her whole thing, she's doing her whole setup, and then all of a sudden, fucking Renee Montoya comes in, and she's like, "You're under arrest, Quinn," and fucking Harley Quinn just beats the shit out of Renee Montoya again, chat. She doesn't say, Renee Montoya's kind of fucking drunk at this point, and she knocks her out a goddamn window. She's gonna go on for the next 5 minutes. And then fucking Victor Zsasz and Canary, they get the drop on Harley Quinn. Victor Zsasz injects her with this numbing agent, where Harley Quinn can't move her limbs or anything. Victor Zsasz is just kind of fucking with her the entire time. Canary, she goes into the room to get Cassandra out of there. Because she's stuck to the goddamn toilet. And she's about to shit herself all over the place, chat. She gets her out of there, and there's a fucking standoff between Canary and Cassandra and Zsasz, and fucking Huntress comes in because she's very upset. And then Huntress fucking shoots Victor Zsasz in the goddamn neck, and he goes down. And Harley Quinn does like these little stabs of the with like a knife or a little injector. Now, guys, I wasn't sure about this. Do you think Victor Zsasz? Oh yeah, Renee Montoya comes back. That's it. Renee Montoya's back, and they do the next. That's what happens, chap. Like Mexican 5-4-way Mexican standoff between Canary, Victor Zsasz, Montoya, Cassandra Cain, and then Huntress enters into it and shoots Victor Zsasz. That's how it works. That's how it is. A lot of people in this scene, and Harley Quinn does a little stabs. Now, did everyone think that Victor Zsasz died here at this point? Because the was like, he got a crossbow bolt to the neck, but they didn't spend a lot of time on his death. So I wasn't even sure. What's Renee Montoya do? She gets a lot of concussions. She's up to 3 at this point, man. 3 for fucking 3, baby. Summer, why is Montoya confident you can do whatever? That's a good choice. That's a good question. How he beats up Renee Montoya 3 times. Yep, 3 exactly. 3 throws fucking trash at her and concusses her. Drop kicks her and concusses her, and then throws her out a goddamn window. And I assume a concussion also happened on her way down from falling out the window. I assume, chat. I assume. Is her getting beat up by Harley supposed to be comedic or serious? I think it's supposed to be comedic. I bought it that way. The other way, I was like, this is kind of fucked up. Again, the movie, the toes line between comedic and dark. Very well, in my opinion. Very well. JT, Birds of Prey just went through another title. Yep, we just talked about that. Harley Quinn. This would be great, JT. Well, by the way, JT Grimm, welcome to the stream. I just noticed you have to say your goddamn name. Harley Quinn, a.k.a. everybody hates Renee Montoya. Yeah, pretty much. Harley Quinn certainly does. So there's the goddamn standoff, and fucking Cassandra Cain, she's really upset at everyone because they're just using her. She's scared. Like, she's scared for the first time, chat. Again, the actress can't sell it, but we're supposed to believe it that all this... everyone's involvement is because of me. Huntress is like, I'm just here because fucking Victor Zsasz was involved in the death of my family. Because we cut another flashback, chat, and we learned that Victor Zsasz, the clown guy, and 2 of the other mob people who gunned down her family, those are the guys that did it. And she was there and she saw him. But fucking Renee Montoya reveals, chat, that no. I mean, yeah, they physically did it, but it was Black Mask. Roman Sionis himself who gave the goddamn order, because he wanted the bippity-boppy fortune, which is on the diamond, which is inside Cassandra Cain's tummy. And you're like, okay, well, this is not a good situation. Cassandra Cain's upset. They're all upset. And they kind of feel bad for themselves. And all of a sudden, they hear outside all these cars coming in. And lo and behold, this Black Mass Chad, he's brought his boys with him. He's very jazzed about it. He's not going to be very happy that his BFF just got murdered. Maybe murdered. I don't know. I'm not going to assume he's dead because I want him to come back, chat. Because of the two villains in this movie, he's the only one that could probably come back. And I'll tell you why. And so they're like, well, shit. He brought an entire goddamn army of goons. How the hell are we going to get through this? Harley's like, I got an idea. We got to fight together. This is the team-up chat. Harley Quinn, the Birds of Prey, and Cassandra Cain, who kind of runs around and has to shit really bad. That's the thing. He's like, okay, well, you know what, fucking Mr. J and I, we got this is our place where we did all our love making. We got a shit ton of weapons. She's opened up all these crates, chat. Nothing. The weapons are all gone. And she's like, well, that's not good. They managed to open up like I think Huntress or one of the other people. They open up like one last box, and it's filled with kind of like crappy shit. Fucking brass knuckles for Renee Montoya, Harley Quinn's hammer and or bat, Huntress. I think she just has her crossbow still. And Canary, she's got like, I think she's got her fists. I think that there's nothing else left in the box. It was the bat and the goddamn brass knuckles. So I was like, okay, we're kind of limited what we have, but we're gonna make this work. And all of a sudden, fucking Black Mass goons drop in from the skylight chat, and they're brawling, they're fighting. They go down this slide. They're fucking Canary. And there's a cool action sequence like in the slide itself. Chat, that this was fun. When we follow the camera down from behind Huntress, and then she like jumps up like Spider-Woman. And the camera like cuts up to her, and it moves around, and she drops down the guy that was like right behind her. It's actually really fun. It was a really cool little sequence, and she just starts stabbing the shit out of him. I was like, oh yeah, I like this. Again, Huntress, should have been in the movie more, underused throughout this entire film. And she goes down there, and she goes, what? Oh, there's also a little comedic bit when she's like, oh, you're the crossbow guy, and she's like, I'm Huntress. It's like, we don't know that. No one said that. And like, why do you use a bow and arrow? It's like, it's a fucking crossbow. I'm not a child. She's got a lot of rage issues, chat. And I would have liked to have seen that more explored and made fun of throughout the entire film. Let's exploit her tragedy. That's all I'm asking. Of a girl whose family was murdered in front of her. A lot of humor in that. The Bippity Boppy family. And so we get like, I think a fairly cool actions, scene when the fucking amusement mile, the fun house is, all the lights, all the rides are on. They're fighting all these guys, beating the shit out of them, chat. Really, really fun. They defeat them. And then eventually they have to go outside, or like they're trying to escape. Oh yeah, I believe like Cassandra Cain is captured by one of the Black Mass guys. They're going out, and then fucking Black Mass finally they decide, like, instead of using meat cleavers and baseball bats, let's just use guns. They clearly don't have any guns. Let's just use guns. So they're keeping the Birds of Prey and Harley Quinn at bay. Fucking Black Mass has got Cassandra Cain. He's like, all right, drive, take off, and then we get the big reveal, which I think is, again, this is one of my criticisms of the movie. Of Black Canary's canary cry that fucking Renee Montoya references very early on in the movie. We just fucking forget about it. I'm like, oh, I knew your mother, and she had the gift, and she's like, I'm gonna use my gift. And then she uses the canary cry, chat. And personally, it's like, I wish this was used more often throughout the film, because I don't think it was earned all that well. I'm curious what you guys feel about this. But she uses the canary cry. She destroys the guy's guns. They're like, their heads are fucking exploding. I was like, oh, that's not good. But like Black Mask and some of the other guys, they managed to take off. But I'm curious to hear what you have to say about the canary cry in this film. Tell me your smog, welcome stream. How you doing? Montoya shouldn't be able to walk after 3 concussions. She keeps going. Oh, let's do that too, because she, with the other item in the weapons trunk, along with the brass knuckles and the baseball bat and or hammer, was Harley Quinn's brassiere. That Renee Montoya wears to protect herself, because she got, again, probably should have got something for her fucking head, but let's just use the brassiere on her. She ends up getting shot. I think that's the inciting incident that distracts everyone when she gets shot, and that's when Cassandra Cain is captured. But apparently it's bulletproof. Oh, Josh! Thank you so much. Welcome to Stream Man. 2 gifted subs. Congratulations, Twitchy Rascal and Speedy G 2012. How you guys doing today? Josh, you see Birds of Prey? I'm curious. The cult of Revan expands, chat. It grows in power. I love it. But yeah, I'm curious. What do you guys think of the Canary Cry? Because I was like, this doesn't feel earned to me. I would have liked, we see like one visual cue very early on in the movie, but it could have just been a sight gag and not actually her powers. I was like, I wish you should have showed this off more. Because it kind of comes out of nowhere for people. I mean, I know about the character, so I was like, okay, she's going to do the Canary Cry at one point. But for the rest of the film, people were in there for the first time seeing the Birds of Prey. They're like, they don't know that she has this. So I don't think that was earned. You know I know, Josh. You know I got to ask, man. What? Retronimus, thank you, guys. You're so goddamn generous during the stream. Thank you so much. Two gifted subs of Retronimus. Congratulations, Edgy Berserker and Ass Mode. I like that name, Ass Mode. Edgy Berserker's pretty good, too. Here's to you guys. Thank you, man. The wind's liberty, never lose a feather. Oh, that's refreshing. I need to get another drink, chat. I am parched already. We're almost towards the end, though. So Black Canary, she uses her Canary Cry. Fucking, oh yeah, at some point, Harley Quinn, she gets her little roller derby roller skates on, and the power of Canary's voice propels Harley forward to get Cassandra Cain, because she feels bad about betraying that girl earlier, and Cassandra Cain's upset as well. So it propels her forward, and she's fucking going after them, you know. I mean, I don't think you can go that fast, catch up with cars, but we'll go with it. But she's just not quite fast enough, chap. And then all of a fucking sudden, Hunters comes up behind her in her cool Nagasaki Japanese motorbike. He's like, you need a little help? She's like, I sure fucking do. I'm not fast enough to catch these goddamn cars. And then we get a really fun action sequence here, chat. A really cool, again, actually this movie filmed very, very well. It's grounded, but it's grounded, but it also has that Deadpool flair of it where it's very ostentatious. It's a great balance, this entire film. Really love the actions a lot the more I think about it. But so she fucking pulls up to one, like there's two cars, there's Black Mask's car in front, and then there's like a car of goons right behind his car. Harley Quinn, she jumps down there, she's similar to the opening Deadpool scene on the highway, where she starts taking out all the guys and everything. She's hopping around the car, you know, beats the shit out of the driver. I think she puts a bomb in there or something, maybe a grenade. She jumps off the car and everything. She's back on Canary's bike. She's like in front of it, and she's using her little roller derby roller skates to push her forward. That fucking car explodes. The bodies all tumble out and everything being ripped apart. Really, really fun. And then they go up towards Black Mask car. Meanwhile, he has not heard a fucking thing. He doesn't know what's happening. Apparently that mask he's wearing, it just muffles all sound. He might as well be deaf now, chat. But then Cassandra Cain, she turns around and was like, oh, Harley, she couldn't hear either. So maybe that's the car itself is just soundproof. It's a little bizarre, chat. Woo! We're getting hyped, chat! Big trouble in Little China. We're getting hyped. Thank you so much, General Sorty. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for the 510 biddies reporting for stream duties. Thank you, General. Good to have you here. We needed you here, sir. How you doing tonight, man? We got big trouble in Little China. I love that song, chat. Oh, we're still getting hyped, General Sorty. Thank you for the gifted sub. To James Deku, congratulations. By the way, guys, all you gifted subs, you get 5 new emotes, including, I'm going to show them off right now, Mr. Evan Yay, Mr. Evan Hype, Mr. Evan Low, Mr. Evan Rage, and Mr. Evan Herb, which is used quite often. Could use it throughout my review for all the times I was confused. Wait, what scene takes place where? Huh? Could have been anywhere. But no, and also, yeah, you got that ad-free viewing too, chat, so all of this nonsense is uninterrupted. But thank you so much, guys. You're getting hyped 78%. I appreciate you so much. You need the hype train, chat. I'm already too hyped. I'm exhausted. I'm doing well, man. And I'm having a lot of fun talking about this. And we're almost towards the end. We're almost at the end. I got to read my erotic Sonic fanfiction to you. It'll be a good time. Doing great. Birds of Prey was okay. Hey, to each their own, man. To each their own. I was reading some people's reviews of it. They weren't too fond of the film. I liked it. Although, yeah, sadly, not a lot of people saw it. So, but we're almost done with the review, chat. Again, really cool action sequence here. This is one of my criticisms initially, though. So I love all these action sequences and things, but when we get to Amusement Mile before all this stuff happens, it feels very different from the Gotham we were originally in earlier in the film, where it feels very grounded, much in the same way that like Shazam's Philadelphia is like this. It's Philadelphia. It's grounded. There's fucking cities and people walking around. This is the part where we get to apparently the CGI side of town, where all of Amusement Mile, or like a big fucking portion of it, is just a green screen. And that kind of bothered me a little bit. I wish they had the same aesthetic throughout this film, but they jump around here, both at Amusement Mile and when they get to the docks area. I don't know if you guys felt that same way, but it was visually, it kind of was like, oh, this is different. and it felt like a return to Zack Snyder's Gotham and Metropolis from BVS and Justice League. I didn't really particularly like that, but it didn't bother me too much to the point where I was like, oh, it sucks or anything, because I thought at least what they were doing within those environments was still cool. So I went along with it. We're getting hype, Xavier. By the way, welcome to the stream. Gary Eakin, welcome. I just saw you there. No, thank you guys. Really. Do you own all the Marvel Cinematic Universe films? Oh, no. I only own the ones that I really like. Yeah, I don't own Iron Man 2, Thor 2, or Captain Marvel. No, the ones you know what? The ones I own are like Avengers Endgame, Infinity War, Spider-Man Homecoming, Far From Home, Captain America, Winter Soldier, Civil War, Black Panther, Doctor Strange, Guardians of the Galaxy, like all those. Those are my favorites. Thor Ragnarok. Did I mention Thor Ragnarok? That one? Yeah. Oh, I think I own about like 10 or 11, I think. Yeah. So we're back. Black Mask, death apparently. Cassandra Cain, she sees Harley coming up with Huntress, and Harley Quinn's like, swim me over, and you rubber band me or whatever. He's like, all right, I'll do it. And apparently rubber banding means crash Huntress's motorcycle. And so she spins out, she crashes, fucking messes up her leg. Harley Quinn, though, she gets an extra boost of speed, and she gets on the Black Mask's car. Black Mask's like, fuck, get off my car. So he starts freaking out. His guys are freaking out too. She takes some of them out who are trying to shoot at her. She ends up again, really cool, she ends up in front of his car while all this shit was going on. And then she does her famous gymnastics chat, and then she finally, I think she like breaks in or something. She takes out the driver. Yeah, she like pulls him. I think something happens where she pulls like both out of the car at one point. One of them is dead. Maybe she pulls out the other car, and then she kind of abandons it. She's like, oh, nothing I can do about this. And then fucking Black Mask, he's freaking out. She grabs a hold of the wheel, and they hit like Gotham Pier. The statue falls on top of the car, and she's roller skating up to it, seeing what's going on. And then we see that Black Mask, Cassandra Cain, they have exited the vehicle, and now they're on the Gotham Pier. And, Harley's like, I'm not going to, do my roller derby skills on this thing. That is rotten wood. So I'm going to take off my skates, which they filmed, and she threw them to the side, and then she goes after them, chat. We got some nice monologuing by Black Mask, just talking shit. You're not anything, Quinn. You're nothing without the Joker. Harley Quinn's like, I'm my own woman. I'm my own person, so fuck you, you misogynist piece of shit. And then she comes upon Cassandra Cain and Black Mask. He has her hostage. Oh, I forgot one scene point. Very important, chat. When we were at the Amusement Mile Funhouse, Cassandra Cain picks up a grenade and puts it in her pocket. That's important for the scene. And we never know what happened. Are we getting hyped? Thank you so much, guys, for the hype train. Really do appreciate it. Thank you for the donations, for the subs. Here's to you. May the wings of liberty never lose a goddamn feather. We're almost done here, chat. It's almost through. Oh my god. So Cassandra Cain has a grenade in her pocket, and during the whole spiel back and forth monologuing, Harley Quinn, she's like, I'm my own person, and I know that Cassandra Cain, she's her own person. Cassandra Cain, she's talking to Harley Quinn. She's like, hey, I believe in you, Harley Quinn. Do you like my wedding ring? And it's like, in chat, it's not a wedding ring. It's the fucking pin to the grenade. And then we get, I think, one of the most shocking and funniest deaths I've seen in quite a while. Because fucking Ewan McGregor's Black Mask realizes what's happened, that's a fucking grenade pin, and he goes, woo! Woo! And like, just like that, and throws up his hands. And fucking Cassandra, she fucking bolts. Harley Quinn runs over, fucking drop kicks him, knocks him off the fucking pier. He doesn't hit the wire, Chad. He fucking explodes in midair. I'm not talking like a puff of smoke. No, he fucking explodes, and there's meat and blood and guts everywhere. And it lands with a heavy goddamn splash in the water. It was that is. I'm disappointed in a little bit. Because Ewan McGregor did such a great job as Black Mask. I would have loved to have seen him return in either a sequel or another DCU film. But he was great, and he went out spectacular, in my opinion. I love this, just everything. that scream, that shock, and just the explosion. And all the other birds of prey show up and like, good fucking riddance to that piece of shit. And they're all happy about it, chat. Black Mask is dead. His criminal empire is wiped out. The birds of prey, now they can go celebrate. They go to Harley Quinn's favorite taco place. They get the apple margaritas or whatever the Rita's apple tea. I think they're apple margaritas. They're eating shit. And fucking Cassandra Cain, after a nice big old bean burrito chat and all the prune juice and laxative, it all built up in her tummy, and she's like, I have to take a serious shit right now. Excuse me. She goes to the bathroom, Everyone's talking to each other, having a good time. Cassandra Cain's like, she's like, she has to shit really bad. Harley Quinn goes to check on her. Because, they got to get the diamond back for the bippity-boppy fortune. Renee Montoya's got to complete her case. Fucking, Dinah Lance, she doesn't know what to do. She's unemployed now. And, Huntress, she's just happy to have friends for the first time. She never had friends before. She's learning how to be human. And then all of a sudden, the girls in the restaurant, they hear the sound of Canary's car being turned on. And we see Harley Quinn and Cassandra Cain on her side, and they fucking drive up. And Canary, she's very upset. Like, that bitch stole my car! And Renee Montoya's like, well, that fucking's terrible. Why would she do that? And then Huntress just laughing like a psychopath. She doesn't know. She understands. It's just not the place to laugh right now. And then we cut to, what all the characters are doing right now. The Birds of Prey are formed at this point. Renee Montoya, she leaves the police department because her fucking captain took all the credit again for Black Mask's death and the takedown of his criminal empire, that son of a bitch. So she leaves, but Harley Quinn does a good thing, chap, because she gives the Birds of Prey the codes off the diamond. She pockets the diamond, chap, but she gives them the codes. They have access to the bippity-boppity fortune, and they form the proper Birds of Prey, complete with Renee Montoya as the leader, Huntress, and Black Canary. And they're taking down the Gotham scum. And then we cut to Harley Quinn and Cassandra Cain. They pawned the diamond off. They got a little money, a little capital. They're going to form their own business. Harley Quinn and Apprentice. And they're going to solve crimes and solve crimes or cause crimes. I think either or at this point. And they're just going to have a good time. They're still in Black Canary's car. They drive off into the goddamn sunset, chat. And that's the movie. That is Birds of Prey. I'm going to tell you right now, guys. I thought it was, like I said, it's very entertaining. I have a few issues with it. But this was a nice course correction for what was established initially of Suicide Squad. I thought it did the things that Suicide Squad failed to do, which is actually have me care about its characters. I actually cared about Harley Quinn. I cared about Huntress. Black Canary. Lesser extent, Renee Montoya. I didn't really care about Cassandra Cain. But for the most part, I'd say 75%. It made me care. And I introduced two great villains in Black Mask and Victor Zsasz. They were probably my favorite villains in this DCEU, or whatever they're calling it now. I thought they were great. I would have loved to have seen them return, but hey, for this one movie, it was a great experience and it was a great ride. But yeah, I'm just disappointed now that the movie's underperforming so significantly. We might not see a sequel. I mean, maybe we'll see these characters return in some capacity. We're definitely going to see Margot Robbie's Harley Quinn return in The Suicide Squad, but I don't know. What about you guys? What did you think? Huntress, the boppity boopy fortune, the Huntress family money. Yes, exactly. Just like you want Jason Wilson's Joker to come back in the sequel. That would have been cool, man. I think it would have been cool. The Burton film, yeah, I think it was a huge mistake. For one, for the Joker die, but to have Batman murder the Joker, I didn't care for that all that much. Where does this rank among the DCEU? I mean, for me, I think it's like neck and neck. Like Shazam is my number one, and maybe I would put this at number two. It's a very close number two, though, chat. It's very, very close. They might be tied. I really have to think about which one I like more. Like Shazam, like the big thing about Shazam that I didn't like is I really didn't like the villain at all. It's not that Mark Strong was giving a bad performance. I thought his performance was fine. It's that his character was just boring to me. Like the whole idea of his character, and I didn't like the sins and their design and everything. I didn't care for that, but I loved the Billy Bastion and Shazam himself. I like his relationship with Freddy. I liked a lot of what they did with the family. I wanted more of the family stuff. I liked the two foster parents, but it was my big sticking point for that film was the villain. And I loved the tone of Shazam. I loved it. It was big. It was big if it was a superhero film, and they nailed it up for the most part. So I think I give the slight edge to Shazam, but Harley Quinn, Birds of Prey is a very close second. No Oracle, no Barbara Gordon reference, none of that. No. Generally wanted Gay Black Mask to come back. Ewan McGregor chewed the Syrian like Nichols. He did. I'm gonna say, guys, like Ewan McGregor could have been a great Joker. I could have definitely seen him play that character. Oh, that's right, Chris. You're right, Chris Harris. In the Schumacher sequel, it's going to be Batman Triumphant. I think that was the working title. He was going to come back as a scarecrow hallucination throughout the film. As Batman's greatest fear, which, again, it would probably have been shitty, but that's a cool idea. I like the idea a lot. Was it better than Aquaman? Oh, fuck yeah, man. I am not a fan of Aquaman. I actually really dislike that film a lot. I think Jason Momoa, he's the best thing about that movie. But I think surrounding him, he's the best thing about that movie. There's some fun CGI action sequences, but everything else, I think they just neglect. They have too much in that film. And, like, they don't really give a lot of time to anything. Because they have fucking Aquaman's brother. They got fucking Black Manta. They got the goddamn Piranha people. It's like, wait, slow down. All of these things can be separate movies. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing? It's too much at once, and nothing gets the attention it needs. So honestly, guys, Sandy, welcome to stream, and thank you for the host. How you doing tonight? Like, I would give, honestly, guys, you're not going to like me. I would give Aquaman some more bullshit. Sorry, I don't like that movie. Yeah. But they got better on. Really liked, as Ewan McGregor once said. Sarah, Birds of Prey was good. Just wish they teamed up earlier. You know what, Sarah? That is an excellent point. You're right. You're absolutely right. General story, again, guys, the host, they help a lot. Thank you. Thank you for the host, and Sarah, thank you for the 201 biddies. You're right. I also wish they teamed up early in the movie because I thought the movie was at its best when they were all together in the same room and bouncing off of each other, like all those fun dynamics. That's a very good point, Sarah. And maybe we could have saw that in a sequel. Maybe we'll get it someday. I don't know. I mean, at this point, it's too early to tell. But you're right. That's a very good point. I'm trying to much they could have used Black Mask as a red herring and be revealed as a Joker. Oh my God, that would be interesting. Huh? That is. Wow. Now that you say that, that could have been cool. Sandy, hello! I didn't do the proper hello. Hello, Sandy. Hope you're doing well. Thank you for the host. No, you're right. I could have seen that too. I would have been okay with that. Then he was the new Joker. Not bad. He would have had to rewrite the movie though. Based on how certain things, like how would Harley, but you have to completely rewrite the movie. But he'd be a great Joker, I agree. Dramas would have really been a way to show how fucked up their relationship was. Yeah, I guess so. Maybe she even realize who that person is anymore. Because she's just so disconnected or so traumatized by it. Yeah, there's something there, Chad. There's something there. Yeah, no, good. That's a good idea. But guys, with that was Birds of Prey. Hope you enjoyed the review. I'm going to be doing the next chapter of Sonic High School, the erotic Sonic fanfiction chronicles, I like to call them, and then we'll go ahead and jump into Resident Evil 5. I'm just going to go ahead and refill my beverage. I'll be back in a minute, so go ahead and entertain yourselves amongst yourselves. I shall return shortly.